Okay, welcome back to Conan Exiles. I'm your host, the gray-haired gamer, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Today we're going to be looking at a few quick XP, quick leveling tips that I've seen, and we're going to present them to you. We're going to try them out here in real time and let you know what we think. Okay, now this first part will apply. You will be able to do this in either the Exiled Lands, the main game, or the Isle of Sipta. This technique will work in both areas. There will be a part 2 with a different technique that will only work in the Exiled Lands. It will not work in the Isle of Sipta. Okay, but we're going to start off with the one that will work for both. And what it's going to consist of, you can see I'm pretty much a brand new player. I didn't even make any pajamas. We're just chilling out here in our loincloth. Okay, now you do need to get to level 10. Okay, because that will unlock your benches. That will unlock your furnace and your carpenter's bench, which are going to be the keys to this test. Now, when I first saw these tricks, techniques, exploits, whatever you want to call it, they were listed as 2 separate techniques, but they actually tie right together. Okay, so once you have your furnace and your carpenter's bench unlocked, you are ready to begin. Now you will get some extra points doing this because you will need to go harvest enough material to build the benches. I have them already set up. So you are going to be harvesting some trees as well as wood to put in them. So that will get you extra experience. And you will be harvesting stone to build furnace, which I set up in place already. So you will get a little bit more experience on top of this than what I'm going to show you. Okay, first things first, I set up 4 furnaces, 4 benches, carpenter's benches, and 4 blacksmith stations. This is not necessary. You can do this technique with only one bench, 1 carpenter's bench, 1 furnace, 1 blacksmith's bench. It will just take you longer. Okay, I set up 4 of these just so we can multiply how fast we're going to get the experience, so that we can test this theory. You can still do all of this all by yourself with just 1 of each. Like I said, it will just take a little longer, but free XP is free XP. Okay, so I went ahead and set us up a little platform here with our benches. I also, if you notice, took and loaded up each bench with a full stack of wood. I set up our furnaces with a full stack of coal and iron stone. As well, I set up our blacksmith's benches with a full stack of iron bars, just so we can save a little time and going through all that. Like I said, you will get extra experience because you will start without a bench. You will have to go harvest the trees to build the bench in the first place, and then you will also have to harvest the materials to put inside the bench. Okay, and you will also get extra experience because you will need to smelt the iron stone into iron bars for step 2 of this process. So that will also get you some more experience. Okay, but the first part of this is to take your bench, your carpenter's bench, and put as much wood in there as you can manage and turn it all into shaped wood. Okay, so we're going to start 100 pieces there. We are going to start 100 pieces there. Like I said, you can see that this does take a little bit of time for each piece to process. So that's why I set up 4 of them, just to multiply that time. Okay, you can see here I am level 10. I have just a little bit of experience over level 10 from doing, eating, drinking, the basic things, dodging, kicking. That will got me a little bit. Okay, so we have our 4 benches set up. You can already see our experience has climbed a little bit. I do not know how to fast forward my videos, so we're going to have to show you in real time. So we have those setting up. Each piece of shaped wood that makes will get us experience. Okay. While we're doing that, we have our forges set up. We are going to need iron bars for our second part of this. So we are going to start these smelting. And this will also get us a little bit of experience when we pick up these iron bars. But they can be working at the same time, so we want to try and make the best use of our time. And it looks like they made some changes. There was a hotfix today, an update for Conan Exiles, and it looks like they made some adjustments to the temperature, to the climate. Now, if this works, we're testing out these theories. These are not proven yet. We're trying them out. That each piece of this wood that they make should get us experience points. Now, if we look here at our main menu and we go to attributes, over on the right you can see we have encumbrance 0 of 70, movement penalty 0, and experience. Now, according to this theory, our experience should be climbing, and yes, it is slowly. 39.6 and 39.61, 39,062, 65, 654. 674. So you can see our experience is slowly climbing there with free XP. Okay, we're not fighting anybody, we're not taking any hits, we're not out exploring, we're staying in our safe little area here and just racking in those XPs. And when we get to the second part, like I said, the first part was building our carpenter's benches at level 10 and building that shaped wood. The second part will be when we get to, I believe it's level 18, and we unlock the large chest. Okay, not the plain wooden box that you get right at pretty much at first level, but is going to be here, the large chest. Okay, and that requires level 20. Okay, so we do need to spend a point on the basic wooden box here, and now when we hit level 20, we will be able to unlock the large chest, and that will lead us into the second part of this free XP type deal. You can see they are chugging along there, and while these are processing, we can be going out and doing other things. We don't have to sit here and wait. We can be going out and getting other materials, getting hides, building our armor, building our weapons, etc. Okay, so we have our 4 carpenter's benches making nothing but shaped wood. We have our 4 furnaces. Oh, we are hot because we are standing by the furnaces. That's awesome. We have our 4 furnaces smelting ironstone into iron bars, and then that will bring us to our benches, our blacksmith benches. And again, I have already loaded these up with a full stack of iron bars, and what we're going to do with them is create iron reinforcements. Just every bit of it. And like I said, again, you can do this with 1 bench each. It just will take longer. Okay, so now we have 4 blacksmith benches processing iron. We have 4 carpenter's benches processing wood. And we have 4 furnaces processing ironstone. Now let's take a look at our experience. We're up to 40,690, 698, 700, 728. So now that you can see we have these other benches working, they are also adding on to our free experience by processing those materials. Now with the furnaces, I believe we only get the experience for that when we pick up the iron bars, but don't quote me on that. I'm not exactly sure about that one aspect. So basically we're going to chill out here and let these guys work. You can see we've already gained like 5,000 experience since we started this, almost 6,000. And we are just going to let those run until they get finished. And those should take us, if we did nothing else and just sat here, it appears even with 4 benches going of each one, there is going to be a time factor involved. It is still going to take a couple hours to get leveled up there. Let's see, how are we doing? 41,000 already. So I think we can safely say that this definitely works. This does get you free experience. It will not level you up instantly, obviously, but every bit of free experience is good experience. Okay, so the next part of this will be once we hit level 20. And if the materials that we have on hand here does not get us up there, we can continue to make more shaped wood. We can put another stack of wood in there, and we can put another stack of ironstone into the furnace. We can put the ironstone or the iron ores into our benches. Okay, you can see that the blacksmith benches take actually a long time. So what we're going to do to help speed this up, since I'm on single player, just to illustrate everything, we are going to go and get us some thralls to speed this up. So let's find us some carpenters. And we want us a good one. We do have them to become thralls and not to fight. I should have, if I was thinking, I would have had this set up beforehand. My bad, my apologies for that. Okay, so that will speed that up. But being you're just coming into the game as a new player, you may not have access to thralls, and that's okay. We're just doing this only for the time factor, to speed things up. Okay, so we're going to go get us 4 blacksmith thralls. And then we will see how quickly our experience is going up here. Now we want 1, 2, 3, 4. And this should make a big improvement to how fast that experience climbs. Okay, so almost done. He's an extra. And just to finish it off, let's add some smelter thralls here, just to get the maximum speed boost we can. And again, we're going to use the best ones we can. Just to speed things up. Wow, we are actually taking damage because we are standing too close to those furnaces. Wow, they did make a big change. Okay, so now we have all our thralls working. Let's check our experience. Now we are at just under 43. There's 43,000. 43,046, 43,056. So you can see that experience is still going up. When we started, we were at about 35, 36,000. So we've gone up just 8,000 points in 15 minutes, basically, since we got all our benches starting to work. And as I said, we can compound this experience because these will take care of themselves now. These guys will run until they're out of materials. So you can see we're getting down on the wood in the the carpenter's benches. So we're going to load them up. And normally we would be going out and harvesting these things ourselves. So we will be getting experience from that as well. But we want them just to be continuously, constantly crafting, making us XP. When I originally saw this technique, it had just the blacksmith benches making this shaped wood, and then basically he was throwing the shaped wood away. To me, that seemed like a real waste, and more so, that shaped wood will tie into our second part of this technique. Again, we have to wait for level 20 for that. You can see there we're almost now gained another 1,000. We're almost at 44,000. So I would say definitely that this technique has been proven to work. So in the interest of time, we are going to go ahead and jump up to level 20. That's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, we are going to skip ahead a bit. You can see I have not spent one experience point, not one attribute point, and the only feat points I spent were to get the wooden box and to build the little base platform. But to have this technique work, you would only really need to get is the wooden box, the carpenter's bench, the furnace, and then now that we are level 20, for part 2 we need the large chest. Okay, so now what we're going to do is that these guys have been making all this shaped wood. We're going to start picking that up. And we had these guys making iron reinforcements. We're going to pick those up. Oop, wrong button. Okay, so we're going to collect all that up. And they're going to keep on working until they're out of material. Okay, so we can see our experience is still climbing. We took a big jump when we artificially leveled up. You can see that experience is still climbing. And now what we're going to do, just to speed things up yet again, is we're going to get us a bit of material so we don't have to wait on these guys to finish. We are going to get our shaped wood. We'll get 2 stacks of that, and we will get our iron reinforcements, as if our workers already got those done. Okay, so now we have quite a bit of shaped wood and quite a bit of iron reinforcements. We go over here, and we don't need a bench to craft the large chest. We can do that in-house. And okay, so now you can see we still have our experience climbing there. Slowly, we are going to set this to make as many large chests as we can. And so that's going to start. Now let's take a look at our experience. As those start crafting up, you can see it's over 1,000 experience for one large chest. 289,000. 290,000. $291. So you can see now with the combination of these carpenters working, these smelters working, these blacksmiths working, as well as our own crafting working, that our XP is going up quite nicely. Like I said, it is not instantaneous. It does take a bit of time. And if you don't want to set up 4 benches, you don't have to. You can accomplish this all with 1 carpenter bench, 1 blacksmith bench, and 1 forge. You can see we're just cranking out material after material after material. They were already up to 301,000 experience points. Almost 303,000. And so I think that we have proven that this definitely works. This was not a fraud system that I saw. I'm very glad to be able to bring this to everybody, to help everybody out. It's going to help me out as well in my games. And just to recap, I see we have 2 viewers here. Thanks for joining us today. We hope you learned something the way I'm learning something. Just to recap, to start this all off, you want to have level 10. You want to unlock the wooden box, the furnace, and the blacksmith's bench. That is all that is necessary to unlock for part 1. And that is making the shaped wood, making the iron bars, and then turning those iron bars into iron reinforcements. Okay? That will get you, in time, from level 10 to level 20. When you hit level 20, then you only have to unlock one other thing, and that is the large chest. Okay? So again, wooden box, carpenter's bench, furnace for part 1, part 2, the large chest. And then once you get everything set up and operating, it takes care of itself. Again, you can do this with just 1 of each bench, and you can do this without thralls. I only added thralls to speed things up. You can use this time while these things are going on to go off and do your normal gameplay. Go out, harvest your hides, killing animals, making armor, making weapons, and that'll all add to how quickly you level up. And in theory, we would have to sit here for probably a few hours, but in theory, this will take you all the way to level 60. You are going to have a bunch of large chests on your hands when it's all done, so you will have no shortage of inventory storage. And you can see there we are almost ready to go from level 20 to 21. There we go. The big experience points are the large chests when you make them. They are worth over 1,000 a piece. So since we started the benches, or started the large chest, it's only been maybe 10 minutes, and we have leveled up from 20 to 21. And you can see we're already climbing on level 21. And there we go. And then, again, you just want to keep going along as you run out of materials. Keep going and picking up the shaped wood as it gets finished. Keep them stocked up with regular wood. Keep them cranking out that shaped wood. Again, with your black will be your furnaces first. Keep them stocked up with coal. Keep them stocked up with ironstone. Keep them working. Keep them processing that iron. And then take that iron bars and load up your blacksmith bench and keep them working. Keep them processing. Keep making those iron reinforcements. Each and every one of those little pieces gets you a little bit of XP, and then when you combine it all together into the chest, that's where you get your big payoff too. So if you're doing this on a multiplayer server, this will work. Okay? If you're doing this totally by yourself with none of your friends to help you out, this will still work. And you are actually going to get more experience than what I'm getting here, because I spawned in all these materials. I didn't have to go harvest them. I didn't get the harvesting XP for getting all this material. I didn't get the crafting XP for building all these benches. So, to do this in a legit game, a multiplayer game, official server, what have you, you will actually be further ahead than what I am right now. Okay, so we've proven that this system works. This system can, with time, get you to level 60 without fighting anything running around in your loincloth. So with that being said, again, I'm the Gray-Haired Gamer. Thanks for joining us. We're going to conclude this episode. We will be back probably tomorrow with episode 2, which will be a technique for leveling up with very little to no risk, as also will have the benefit of getting you a free level 3 thrall to fight for you. Again, but that will only work in the Exile lands. It will not work in Isla Sipta. This technique that we went over here today with the large boxes will work in either the Isla Sipta or the Exiled lands. So, if you found this video helpful, if you found it informative at all, please consider giving a thumbs up, a like, a follow. It would do wonders. Every little bit of viewer support out there does wonders for our channel. We truly appreciate you. We appreciate you watching, appreciate you joining in. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in either in Twitch or YouTube. Both channels, Gray-Haired Gamer. Feel free to leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. So until next time, Exile, keep on surviving, thriving, and eventually dominating the land of Conan Exiles. Take care. We'll see you next time.